This is the Horse Radio Network. This is episode 511 of the Stable Scoop Show, The Rest of the Scoop. Please support our title sponsor, Bates Saddles, as they make this show possible. The Rest of the Scoop is back with a Gayle Stewart original called The Scar-Legged Sorrel. The Rest of the Scoop is the premier storytelling podcast for the horse world. A short 5 to 10 minute story professionally written about historical horses or horse people told in the style of Paul Harvey's The Rest of the Story or Mike Rowe's The Way I Heard It. We have about 35 to 40 of them already, and if you have missed them, head on over to stablescoop.com or any podcast player. Just search for Stable Scoop. They start about episode 482, and before that, you can catch Helena and I doing the Stable Scoop show for the last 9 years. Today, Gayle Stewart, author of 100 Horses in History, writes today's amazing story of something that happened about 80 years ago, a tragic story of one tough horse and his amazing comeback. Gayle Stewart's second edition of 100 Horses in History is out now. She added the last couple of Triple Crown winners. You can find it at Barnes & Noble, and it would make a great gift for any horse lover this holiday season. You still have time. Get your orders in. Search for 100 Horses in History for that person you love that's really into horses and history. To celebrate the holidays, if you purchase a new Bates saddle this month, you can redeem a free set of Bates Saddles competition luggage. Bates Saddles offer highly specialized saddles for every discipline, engineered to bring out the best in you and your horse. Underneath the finest European leather, you will feel the power of innovation. For you, the rider, enjoy instantaneous comfort, optimal balance, and seamless contact with your horse, leaving you free to concentrate on your aids. For your horse, the Care Cushion System and the Easy Change Fit Solution System ensure their absolute comfort and your peace of mind. Revolutionize your riding experience and fulfill your true potential by riding in a Bates saddle. Conditions do apply. Visit BatesSaddles.com to find out more. That's BatesSaddles.com. The Scar-Legged Sorrel by Gayle Stewart. On a muggy August day in 1936, Ike Rude and Junior Caldwell were driving south from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, to Burwell, Nebraska, heading to a big rodeo. Lost in conversation, they wondered what kind of calf would they draw on the tie-down roping event? Who would be their main competition? They were pulling a trailer with one horse, a handy roping horse making a name for himself in the rodeo circuit. Carelessly, one of them flipped a lit cigarette out the window. It landed in the straw strewn about the trailer's floor bed. The truck's speed fanned the sparks into fire. On fire, too, was their rising star of a roping horse. Fire blazed up his left side. The horse lunged and screamed and kicked at the back gate, trying to escape the flames. The trailer rocked wildly. The men thought they had a flat tire. Then they saw the trailer was on fire. Frantic, they swerved to a stop, got the horse out, and smothered the flames. The horse was in agony. His left leg, shoulder, chest, and neck suffered from first-degree burns. Ike considered putting him down then and there along the road. But Ike couldn't do it. Somehow they calmed the panicked horse enough to load him into a borrowed trailer. They sped to Burwell and an appointment with rodeo veterinarian Dr. Darrell E. Trump. Dr. Trump was wary and made no promises. He told Ike he'd do what he could. Come back to my hospital in 8 months. Your horse might be better. If not, we'll have to put him down. Ike did as he was told. Scared of what he might find, he traveled to Dr. Trump's Nebraska Veterinarian Hospital. To his delight, his good roping horse, though forever scarred, was thriving. Ever thankful, Ike and his recovered horse returned to the world of rodeo. Ike's horse was bald-faced, born in Oklahoma in 1932. He was stocky, wide in the chest, and cow-smart. Ike, a champion steer roper, trained him and rodeoed him, and sometimes shared him with other ropers. Ike made $2,000 some years from sharing in those ropers' winnings. In 1941 in Denver, the famous Oklahoma roper Clyde Burke offered Ike the unheard-of sum of $2,500 for his horse. It was the worst thing I ever did in my life, Ike recalled. Look at the money he's winning for those boys. He sure is one great calf horse, and he has the toughest, fastest stop of all of them. Clyde and his new roping horse wasted no time in rising to the top, winning world championships in tie-down roping in 1942 and 1944. Then Clyde was killed in a steer wrestling accident in 1945 at the age of 31. The next year, Troy Fort of Lovington, New Mexico, bought the sorrel from Burke's widow for the same price, $2,500. Troy won the tie-down roping world championship in 1947 and 1949. And Troy and other ropers made more than $300,000 riding the Scar-Legged Sorrel. Troy said in a 1949 Western Horseman magazine article, "He's hard to ride, and there's not 5 men in the business who can ride him well. He runs with his head in your lap and stops so quick he throws you down if you're not careful. He's thrown me twice, and this year at Houston, he threw Jack Skipworth so hard he nearly broke his jaw when he hit the ground. But I'll put him up against any of them, and with an even break, he will win. He's the best and smartest there is." When the Scar-Legged Sorrel, the horse who wouldn't quit, suffered a heart attack, he was retired, which was a good thing. Known for his spirit and will-do attitude, he lived to an elderly 29 years old. Old-timers who knew him are gone now, but visitors to the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in Oklahoma City, if they wander out back to the Memorial Gardens, are introduced to the talented Oklahoma roping horse. A monument honors him with his name, and it also reads, Great Cow Pony, Era 1940s. In 1979, the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame in Colorado Springs inducted Ike Rude, Clyde Burke, and their Scar-Face for Life roping horse. He was nicknamed the Scar-Legged Sorrel, the best there is, and a horse with a heart. To the cowboys who feared him and respected him, and wished they'd own him, his name was Baldy. And now you know the rest of the scoop. Well, that's it for today's show. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed today's story. And of course, it was written by Gayle Stewart, author of books called 100 Horses in History. We'll be back with another episode here shortly, and we really love your feedback, or we are looking for some people to write some stories. So if you feel you can write in this style and want to give it a shot, just drop me an email at glenn@horseradionetwork.com. Many thanks to this week's sponsor, Bates Saddles. You can find out more at batessaddles.com. Be sure to visit all the great shows on the Horse Radio Network, including the one I do daily, Horses in the Morning. You can find them at horseradionetwork.com. Well, that's it for this time. Happy scooping, everybody.